Hey guys, it's Dusty. I wanted to take a few minutes because I'm actually running an inventory sale to just kind of walk you through how I do mine. There are a variety of ways that you can do an inventory sale, but this or a close variation of this is the ways that have worked the best for me over time. My first step is either to set up a specific event within my VIP group or a private event on my personal page, or I sometimes will do what I've done here and set up a specific closed group just for the inventory sale. And this is a way that I'm leaning more towards because I can get my albums prepared ahead of time without worrying about sharing an album link later that is visible to others before I'm ready, or coming across image caps on post schedulers. So I will just open several tabs and get all of my albums ready. So when I post them, they're all set. So once you have your sale set up, I tend to come up with a schedule. And you'll see here that I've posted in my group an introduction to everyone. And I'm actually doing this through my business page. But then because of our home office policies, you can't publicly advertise any specific discounts that you're offering. You can share that you are having a sale, but you cannot say, and everything will be 50% off or 20% off or whatever you're doing. So I advertised on my business page that I was having an inventory sale and that there would be a giveaway, but that they had to join this group to access the full details. And so people joined, and I have all of my rules for my inventory sale in this initial post pinned. These are rules I've cultivated over the years to make sure that everything's clear. I post a schedule a day or two in advance of the sale, and I give them a range of what to expect as far as what kind of discounts I'll be offering. I post my books in albums according to book type, and I include all of the relevant information, how many copies I have, a description of the book, and the sale price. Often I will also include the suggested age range for the book because that's a common question. When people want to claim a book, I always request that they write the word sold and their email address and zip code. This makes it very clear that they want to purchase the book, and the email address and the zip code helps me when I'm ready to issue an invoice. I already have their email address so that I can add that item to their invoice, and the zip code helps me to determine their sales tax rate for where they live so I can charge appropriate sales tax. And in my opinion, you should charge sales tax in your inventory sales because if you are utilizing consignment, you will have to pay sales tax. And by law, you are supposed to charge the sales tax of the place that your orders are shipping to. So I have that here, and I even note that here that why I take their zip code. I tell them what I'm going to be sending the invoices through. Not everybody is familiar with Square. Sometimes, if I have enough free processing, I will only use Square, and I'll put the information here that PayPal will not be an option because that saves me money at the end from fees. I tell them that shipping will be media mail rate based on the weight of their package. I have a postal scale. I got it, I think, for about $30 or $40 from like Office Depot. You can find cheaper ones on Amazon and various other places, but if you plan to have sales like this frequently, which I do at least twice a year when booth seasons pass and I'm trying to offload my remaining inventory, a postal scale is great. Kitchen scales can work, but in my experience, they're a little bit more hassle because they don't hold more than like a small amount of weight. So if you get a really eager customer who orders a lot of books, you'll have to like weigh your package in shifts and then add it all up. And you can look up the media mail rates from the USPS website. I might be able to pull that up for you guys really quick so that you can see. the post office website, mail and ship. I want to say it's under calculated price. Let's see. And then click pricing, and you can actually open a PDF that lists all of the price ranges for the various different postal services that the post office has. If you are not familiar with Medium Mail, it is a special mail system that you can use for very particular products. Books are one of them. Make sure to read up more specifically because some of our books do not qualify, such as Busy Books because they have a toy, Wipe Clean Books because they have a pen, and then obviously things like plushes or kits like our baking kit, our cupcake kits, sewing kits, those cannot be sent Medium Mail. But this, and I do sell those things in my inventory sales, but I notate in my descriptions which items do not qualify for this option, but it's cheaper. As you can see here, you can mail a 15-pound package for less than $10, whereas if you did that first class or priority, it would be much more expensive. Anyway, I am pretty strict about payment timelines so that I don't have to chase people down for their payments. Payment is due typically between 12 to 24 hours after they receive their invoice. So make sure that you're timely in getting those sent out. And then here I have a notation about when the latest date it will be before their packages are shipped. Sometimes some people pay earlier than others in that 24 hours after, and so I might hit the post office one time with half of the packages and then the next day get everybody else after they've paid. And so I don't like to leave them hanging wondering how long it'll take me to ship their packages, and then I do PM them when I've shipped them with their tracking numbers. I'll give you an example of my schedule. This is my inventory sales schedule for this particular sale. I'm going to post an educational books album at 1:30, activity books at 2, fiction and other reading books at 2:30, and novelty and other items at 3. I found this more beneficial than posting everything at once because some people will only want to tune in for a particular type of book. Usually I have a couple of more categories, but my inventory is thinned out from what it was a few months ago, so I don't have any more baby books on hand, and I don't have very many picture books or chapter books, and so that's why I lumped a lot of them here together. So I post this ahead of time so they know what to expect, and if they're only looking for a certain thing, then they can tune in at that particular time. In my sale, I also set up a separate event to be held tonight after the sale where I'm going to showcase new titles and work to get bookings from my sale. I offer the opportunity for them to shop further on the site, but that is not my focus on this event. It is to get bookings. So I typically will do a giveaway. You can see here I'm doing a giveaway for people who participate in that special event just for the VIP sale people, and I will highlight a lot of our brand new titles. Now, just to give you a peek at an album, here's that first one that I'm looking at. I actually do take pictures of the books, and I tell them that they're new, but that they might have minor shelf wear because these are books that I took to booths and vendor events. And so they're still brand new, but they might have, slightly bent corners from going in and out of boxes or on and off shelves and that sort of thing. I give them all the details that they need. In my descriptions, I'll scroll up. I will post the title of the book, how many copies are available. Yes, they can see the picture, but I don't want there to be confusion. I actually copy and paste the description from our e-commerce website. I post what the regular price is and then what my sale price is, and this is important right here. In big letters, I always point out exactly how much they're saving, because that can sometimes in garner some interest there when they see, oh, that's 40% off. I need to snag that now because I'm not going to get that deal anywhere else. So I'll have multiple tabs open like this for all of my albums early in the day. And so that when the time comes, you saw my schedule here, I have the educational books slated to go up at 1:30. Right now it's 11 a.m. So when 1:30 comes, I just have to come here and click this album and it's live. And then as the day goes on, I already have my other albums ready and other tabs, and I'll do the same thing at the slotted times as the day progresses. And always be timely with sending invoices and shipping your packages. I do tag people on one reminder when it gets to be a few hours before payment is due, because people get busy, and I generally don't have a problem with people not paying, but I do have a policy that if payment isn't received within 24 hours, your books go back and they're restocked. And I follow through with that because I have a small house and I put my books away when the sale's over. And sometimes you'll have people who will want a book like this one. I have only one copy. Sometimes I'll have people that'll say, if this falls through, I'd like it. And so if someone pays timely and someone doesn't, but someone who was ready on time wants this book, I'm going to go ahead and pass that to them unless they've spoken to me privately. Anyway, this was just a brief overview on how I run my inventory sales, and I thought I would share. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know.